Hi, I'm Linda, the artist behind Scribbling Arts. This video is a follow-up to my tutorial on how to draw isometric rooms in Clip Studio Paint for the Tip of the Month Challenge themed diorama illustrations. Let's get started with the setup and ISO grid. Open the Clip Studio app and go to Assets. Then, in the search bar, type the following ID. Or you can simply type isometric ruler and find one that is good for you. You can download it and we will open it next. Next, create a new square canvas. Instead of raster layers, we will be using vector ones, as I find them easier to deal with. Go ahead and delete the raster layer and replace it with the vector one. Now, open the Assets and Materials tool and drag the isometric ruler into the canvas. Here I'm placing it under my vector layer so I can draw above it. It doesn't really matter, but I do it anyways. To draw a cube, while the ruler layer is active, select the figure tool and choose a rectangle. Draw it following the ruler shape. Then duplicate the rectangle and move it up to create depth. You can now connect the two rectangles using the straight line tool or a pen. And that's it, you have a cube. Drawing a cylinder is easier. With the cube still there, create a new layer and select the ellipse tool. Draw it starting from the lower left edge of the cube and fill in the lower rectangle. Then duplicate it and move it up. Connect the two ellipses using two straight lines. Now you can simply hide the cube layer and there you go, we have an ellipse. No, it's cylinder. Here I'm clicking on Control key and holding the shapes, the lines, to move them and edit them as I want. And this is only possible because I'm using a vector layer. You cannot do this in a raster layer. Now let's gather some reference material for our isometric room. Here you can go to Pinterest and create a new board for your isometric room. You can name it whatever you want. Then start saving anything that inspires you. For example, this cute room, this cute sofa. I have saved some color palettes. I have saved some items that I might add, like books and this broom thing and plants. You can save like layouts and different stuff that like inspire you and you want to apply them in your isometric room. You can always gather more ideas and add them to your board. Like it's not a limited thing. Just like keep adding things that inspire you. Just don't spend too much time on Pinterest because it's a loophole. Now go ahead and sketch your room layout. You can just simply follow the isometric ruler and sketch the walls and the floor, and then start adding simple shapes as furniture and stuff. Just make it a basic sketch. Like this sketch, you will see that I changed it multiple times, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Here I'm doing the line art, just selecting a GG pen and then going over the lines with this straight line. Now I'm modifying and enhancing my shapes and adding stuff like this microwave, these cute jars, and this sink and where we cook, books like the inspiration and some plants. I've even added some farm crops and the tree there. You can see you can add whatever you want. it's not limited. Once the line art is done, you can go ahead and select your colors. Here I experimented with multiple colors until I found the perfect one for me. Once that's done, I've actually used the Shading Assist by Clip Studio Paint. You can find it under Edit and Shading Assist. You can choose and select whatever shading you might like and apply it. I went ahead and enhanced the shading by the Shading Assist using a brush tool like the airbrush tool and the blending tool wherever I felt like it needed some. I then went ahead and added some wood texture to the door and stuff, and added some texture to the plants, and you might not see it, but I even added some highlights and shadows to the plants, to the little like crops. You can paint the texture by hand, or you can even find some in the Clip Studio Paint app. This is a short clip of me like painting the small details that you cannot actually see by like looking from far to the illustration. However, these like take so much time and they add value to the whole illustration, even though you can see them like separately. Thank you so much for watching till this far, and see you next time.